I'd show you the way I spread my quilt out to sew it. Usually I do hand sewing when I do my quilts. But I got a machine now that free motion quilting, so I'm going to learn to do that. And I'm going to learn to do it on this quilt. Each one of these blocks are very small, and it is cross stitch. Each one of them is a stake. I had a cross stitch book that had all the stakes in them. So I put it on these right here, and they're really small. I'll show you a picture of one. And all of them's different. So now I'm going to learn to free motion quilt on this. And I may mess it up, but that's okay. It is my quilt, and I have the opportunity to do so. But I have what I call a sewer's helper, and all it is a cardboard thing and has the inches on it. So I lay my bottom one out, then I lay my batting out, then I lay this one on top of it, and level it out just as best as I possibly can. I start in the middle, and I pin them all down. And when I do it, I spread it out to make sure that it is flat, and I get all three pieces in here. So that's what I am doing here. Flattening every bit of it out. I don't want it to go in the cardboard, but it will. Okay, so when I get all these on that I can, and I can reach to these, so I'm going to try to get them laid flat too and get them. Then I'll be back. Okay, now that I have all these right here pinned down, I'm going to take my needle and my thread, which is I have. Each one of these is a length, a big long length. It has a circle at the bottom of it. Just tell I've used them before because of the thread. Okay, I take it and I thread it through a big needle like this, and then I take and I'm going to sew down this way. Don't worry, it won't hurt your quilt top, but I'm going to sew it all the way down this way. The stitch of the needle does not matter at all. All it is just for security's sake. I've done this before, and I don't know if you can see me or not, but I hope so. Okay, and then when I get this all done on this side, I will take another piece of string, and I will start here, and I will start working down this way up till I get to here, to this block here where I've got my pin. And I'll do the other one the same way, if I can get to it. Sometimes I can't, sometimes I can. So, here I go with that. Alright, I figured I'd show you what I was doing down this line right here. I am getting one of these threads that I've used for a long time, and I just keep on putting them in here, and it just rolls up, and the next one will automatically come out. I got this big needle, and all I do is just thread it, and then I come down here and I go underneath it, and I keep it just as laid down as flat as I can, and then I push it in, and it doesn't matter how big the stitches are, but don't do no more than 2 at a time. And then you just pull it all the way down like this and out. And then you go at it again. And like I said, it doesn't matter how. This side is the worst side to try to do. It doesn't matter about the stitch length. You just more want it to hold it down. My hands are sweaty. And you don't want to do no more than 2 at a time so that you don't leave too much of a big thing in it. See, it's harder to do it on this side. I should have showed you on the front side when I was doing this one. But as you can tell, this is all you do, and you just keep on going down and all. I've done this right here, I don't know how many times to quilts and all. So, there you go with that. So I hope that might help somebody in the long run. Okay, when I get down here to my last one that I just want to sew down so far, all I do is just take my thread off and I let it dangle on this side. So now I need to reposition this and bring it down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'll fix it up and then I'll show you. If you're wondering what the chirping is, that is my picture right there. My son gave it to me. Okay, so now then, we are working on this. So what I did, if you could tell, I just draped it over because it's not folding right. So I just draped it over. And I left one thing that is already pinned so I can keep it. Then I just laid it flat across all the way down, and I made sure that there's no buckles or folds or anything in here to mess me up. And I keep on checking and all. And so now I'm going to put safety pins in all these. So then I have those completely done. And I just continue on until I get to the end of my quilt. And I sew the end of it just like I did this one. And keep it all together. So far, so good on all this. Oh, my pen did not go. That would have hurt. Okay, I'm going to turn the quilt around so I can get to the other side easier. So what I'm doing is just pushing it off. Oh, got a moth on it. Pushing it off. Oh, get out of here, moth. Alright, you're getting in there, moth. I tried to save you. So now all I'm going to do is just turn it all around like this, that way, and then start pulling it back out again. What are you doing, Mr. Boy? Is you messing me out, Mr. Boy? And now I'm going to pull this out this way. There we go. Now I'm going to straighten. Pull this up some more. There we go. We're just about done with it. And so far it's doing pretty good. So now I want to make sure I get everything leveled out here. And where we don't have any folds or anything underneath it. I see I'm going to have to add some to it. So, I guess y'all get to see that process too. So, I just lay it all back out like this. And flatten it out. So far, so good. We are doing really good on it. I'm happy with it. Here's that moth. That moth is dead now because it does not have any stuff on its wings. So, there we go with that. Now I'll start pinning in the middle again and continuing the process of sewing all this down and all. So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start motion quilting and all. And I believe that's going to be on the next tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it helped you. Wait a minute, we want to do this. I'm going to show you how to do this too. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this. So, I will be back. Okay. We're going to pull this backwards. We're going to pull it back to where we have it laying like this. So we can put some more batting in there since it did not come all the way to the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw this back this way. We're going to make sure everything is leveled out. Then we're going to grab our other piece. We're going to put it like this all the way down. And as we can tell, that one right there is not level on it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a pair of scissors. And I'll come up here and I'm going to cut some off to where it will come down level to it. All the way down. There we go. Now then, we have that there. Now, what I'm going to do now is, if you notice, it doesn't line up with this pin. So, I'm going to go get me some thread, and I'm going to put me a little bit of, well, not thread, but glue, and I'm going to glue this together. So let me go find my glue and I'll be right back. Okay, all this is just watered down glue. It will dry and it will wash away, but it will give you the opportunity to be able to quilt it down. So all I'm going to do is just lightly spray it all the way down through here. Now, I don't know if this is the politically correct way to do it, but this is the way I've always done it. So now, all I'm going to do is just take this and flatten it out as I go. And it should hold it till I put stitches in it. I don't want it really soaking wet. I just want it enough to where it will heave to it and hold it. And I have probably about a hand width right here, from here to here, about a hand width and all. So it will do pretty good there. So now, I'm going to leave this alone for about 15, 20 minutes and let it dry, and then I'll come back and finish it. Okay, I'm going to check it and see if it is done, dried enough. Not really, but I think we could go on with it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to hurt it. So, what I'm going to do, get this out of the way. Just lock this down this way. And I'll kind of level it all out now. And I will continue on till I have the rest of it done. So I hope this tutorial helped you. And while I was waiting for it to dry, I washed my dishes. And you know, washing dishes is not a bad thing to do when you wash dishes by hand. It gives you the opportunity to spend time with the Lord. So, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this right here off because I don't need it. And then I'm going to continue it. So in my next tutorial, I'm going to start free motion quilting. Goodness, I am finished because I have my cat. I have it all the way done, all the way down, and it is ready for the quilting thing. So, I guess I'll see you next time.